It is summer in the Catskills. It is packed. It is 3:30 on a Sunday. Full parking lot still. We are, what are we doing?
North Point.
Via,
The Rock Shelter Trail.
it should be
Hopefully
pretty wet.
away from the crowds.
Away from the crowds, yes. I'll take you along. Here we go. The Rock Shelter Trail is rather rocky, typical Catskill terrain. Overall, not too many ups and downs so far. Just can have a little bit of tricky footing. So watch your step.
Alrighty, so we've come about 1.4 miles to the trail junction with Mary's Glen Trail, which we actually are going to be heading back out later on this loop to North Point. But it looks like, how much further do we have to go, Mo?
1.7.
Woo! So we're
I
going to,
feel like that's not right, but that's what the sign says.
well, signs in the Catskills are notoriously off.
Your sliding
in
scale.
turn.
Suggested. It's suggested.
It might feel like 1.7, or maybe not.
So when you get to this location, you got some cascades to look at, a great snack spot. Take it in.
Yeah, we got one more trail junction to hit the Escarpment Trail, and then we are going to take the Escarpment Trail right up to North Point. So come on along.
This is where one plays the rock, rock, not a rock game. Wet stretch of trail, even in the most driest months. Very wet turfs. So if you like rock hopping, this is a section of trail for you.
We've made it up to the trail junction with the Escarpment Trail, and so now North Point is only 0.3.
We're also intersecting
But
with the long path.
It also says Mary's Glen is 1.1 on this sign, and the sign in Mary's Glen said 1.7 to North Point, so 1.1 plus 0.3 is 1.4. So as we said, mileage on Catskill signs are suggestions, and anyone who pays attention can find plenty of discrepancies. We are going to get ready to head on up. It does go up pretty steeply to North Point, and a little bit of rock scrambling ahead.
Yep.
But then the view from North Point is well worth it. Work that Stairmaster, Mo. Well, what folks don't know is he already did a hike today, so, and a hike yesterday, so he is a machine. Several Hike on Guides clients. I have bigger legs.
So just an easy step up.
That's right.
Woo! Sucks to be me.
smell. Wild azaleas. Super sweet.
Thanks to the Canadian wildfires and a lot of haze too, the view isn't quite so epic from North Point today, but you can still see North-South Lake Campground down there. You can see Catskill High Peak off in the distance, and if it was a little clearer and less hazy and smoky, you could see into the Hudson Valley and across to the Berkshires, and eventually, well, if we go to the other side, you can actually even see the Green Mountains from here. So not today, but it is a beautiful view nevertheless. Gosh, it's even hard to see the Hudson River down there. So definitely hazy, definitely smoky. It is an air quality alert day, so you can totally see the impact that these wildfires are having. Really sad. Just really another example of climate change in action. Okay, from North Point, we're going to go back down the way we came to that trail junction with the Mary's Glen Trail. And then I think we're going to go back the Escarpment Trail to Badman's Cave and then cut back over to Mary's Glen from there. Take you along.
Black flies have found us.
They sure have. They have come out in force since the top of North Point. Whew.
Sunglasses
they are everywhere.
Sunglasses always come in handy.
But we will ignore them for now because they actually aren't that bad. And we have reached the Escarpment Trail with the intersection with the Mary's Glen Trail. So we came in back there, and now we are going to continue.
Badman's Cave.
I guess it would be south on the Escarpment Trail.
Some cool stuff coming up.
To Badman's Cave, along with a bunch of other little odds and ends along the Escarpment Trail. It always makes an interesting walk, and that way we don't have to go back the same way that we came. So we'll take you along. Just after you come down through Badman's Cave, you come to the trail junction between the Escarpment Trail and the trail back over to Mary's Glen. So we are going to be taking that over to Mary's Glen, which goes back there. Take you along. we have made it back to the intersection with the Rock Shelter Trail.
Yes.
And
Made a loop.
we made a loop back to this point, so kind of like a lollipop. We're gonna actually go back the Rock Shelter Trail. We decided campground's really busy right now, and it's actually a little bit longer of a walk. Plus, it's really not all that interesting to walk the campground roads. If you have to, it's not too bad.
Though if you do go that way, Ashley Falls is definitely worth.
Right. Ashley Falls just kind of shortly after the start of the trail, right?
Yeah. Right
So
by
if
the
you're
road.
staying in the campground
Worth
and
going.
you want to go to North Point, best way to do it is to take the Mary's Glen Trail up to North Point. So basically come up the trail behind us and come to here and then go up the way we just came down, and you will end up at North Point, and you can actually then take the Escarpment Trail all the way back into the campground and make a bigger loop. So, but for us, we're going to head back to Rock Shelter Trail and we'll take you along. As we are heading out on the Rock Shelter Trail, something you might have noticed throughout this video is just how many trails and intersections there are along the way. That is why we always say,
Carry a map.
that's right, not just your app, because apps are great, but batteries die all the time,
And what also
or just don't work.
if you don't pre-download the map, you're just a gray square box in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, you're just hiking through gray if you forget to download. But even if you do download and you've got the app, a paper map is always great. The Catskills have two really good maps: the Trail Conference's Catskill Trails map set and the National Geographic Trails Illustrated map for the park. So you can find both of those in the description of this video. And by the way, you can always check out our website, hikertrashhusbands.com, where we do full write-ups of all our hikes. We've got advice, we've got gear guides and more, so check it out. Five and a half miles down, and we are back
Little
to
journey.
the car. Right over there. There it is. And yeah, I think we're a little muddy. The Rock Shelter Trail is notoriously muddy, and it did not disappoint. It was a little disappointing that the view wasn't very clear, but you know, you get what you get.
Yeah.
And
Luck of the draw.
exactly. And we beat the rain, so we're happy about that. We are going to go find some dinner now, since our team late start,
Dinner.
and call it a day. See you in the Catskills.
North Point is only the tip of the iceberg for hikes in this area. Get inspired with us at Inspiration Point, take in the view that guests of the Catskill Mountain House saw, and so much more on our loop hike of the Southern Escarpment Trail.